Hello everyone, Matt Thompson with you here at the MCG, and in particular the car park, which is closed all weekend. It's a mud bowl at the moment. 3 matches here at the MCG, and you cannot park your car if you're a member of the public, so keep that in mind. Of course, tonight it is an absolute blockbuster. Carlton and Collingwood, the build-up to this has been intense all week long. The Peter Mac Cup, of course. Brett Ratton has been under so much scrutiny, and that will increase, you would imagine, if the Blues get thumped tonight. And of course, at Collingwood, as we know, no Scott Pendlebury. There's been lots of talk about the Pies injuries. We've seen other players stay out of the side as well, the likes of Didak and Tarrant not returning yet either. So it is going to be a very interesting match tonight. So many storylines potentially could come from it. We'll look forward to that. In the meantime, let's check out what else is happening around the footy world. We've got pictures coming in from all around the land. Beginning with a blow for Essendon as it battles to cement a top 4 spot, reigning best and fairest. David Zaharakis won't be back until the last few rounds of the home and away season. Having already spent 4 weeks on the sidelines with a torn quad tendon, he'll now miss at least another month.
We're very cautious with him. I'd say he's at least 4 or 5 weeks away from coming back. It's not a good injury that he had, and we want to be very cautious. Hasn't been so much a setback. He got sore earlier this week in it, but it's not re-torn. It's just this quads tendon is if you ask anyone who's had one, you have to be very careful with them.
In brighter news, Jason Winderlich will play in the VFL this weekend, his first match since rupturing an ACL in round 4 last season. Herd's counterpart at Etihad Stadium tomorrow night also has his problems. Scott Watters conceding he's spoken to Brendan Goddard about controlling his on-field emotions in the wake of his 2-match suspension.
There's probably been 2 occasions this year where opposition sides have pressed the buttons and his responses have detracted from his game. We've addressed that. Brendan and I have discussed that. He's got a pretty strong template of how he wants to deal with that going forward. But I'd much rather have a player that was aggressive and competitive than passive and was prepared to receive what opposition taggers and tactics come his way. So he's got to control it and put the team first, but I don't want him to lose the fire that he has for the game.
Ross Lyon says his first-year players have commanded opportunities this season as Cameron Sutcliffe prepares to make his debut against the Western Bulldogs at Patterson Stadium on Sunday. The 20-year-old will be the Dockers' 4th player unveiled this season.
We've got to bang the games and build the bodies and develop a hardcore mentality. So we're on that path, but it's exciting to see Cam Sutcliffe come in and be another one of them.
Michael Voss hopes to carry the Queensland spirit shown by the Maroons' win in the State of Origin when his men play the Swans in Sydney on Saturday. The Lions have beaten the Swans just twice in the past 8 seasons and only once in Sydney.
We come in with a little bit different form to what we've done in the last couple of times. They're starting to string a group together that's playing together a bit, so they understand each other a little bit. But it's something that we want to be able to rectify, and they've been able to roll us a little bit too easy on occasion. So it's about being able to sort of maintain that Queensland spirit, Greg, and get down there and see whether we can do the Queenslanders proud. So because that's sort of what we'll be carrying down there a little bit.
Mark Neild says he hasn't mentioned Richmond's injury and suspension woes to his players ahead of tomorrow's clash here at the G, insisting he's more concerned about how his side is going.
We've just had our team meeting. Our focus is purely on us and what we want to do and the way that we want to play. We're in a certain developmental phase and we're concentrating on that.
And free agency is set to further ramp up the profile of AFL player agents. They've gathered to discuss the changing landscape at a 2-day conference in Melbourne. And that is a wrap on Friday's footy news right across the weekend. 9 matches, of course. AFL.com.au has it all covered. Stats, highlights, match reports, post-game, everything you need. We'll catch you soon.